Hi, I'm Edd Kimber and I'm here with 3 to show you how to make my extra special Merry Birthday Pudding, a twist on the classic Christmas pudding for those of you who are unfortunate enough to have a Christmas birthday. To make the cake, you're going to need some eggs, some caster sugar, some unsalted butter and some self-raising flour, along with our colourful sprinkles and a little bit of milk and some vanilla bean paste. To make the ganache for the outside, you're going to need some dark chocolate, some unsalted butter, double cream and then some spices, and we'll also need some light brown sugar. And then for our decoration, you're going to need some icing sugar, some white chocolate, a little bit extra double cream, and then some colourful sweets and some Christmassy decorations. First things first, we need to make our Funfetti Batter. So add our unsalted butter, which needs to be really nice and soft, our self-raising flour, caster sugar, and then the eggs as well. We're going to add a little bit of vanilla bean paste. So just pour that in, about a teaspoon's worth. Turn the mixer on a low speed, just until it comes together as a really nice smooth cake batter. And then we can take that off the mixer, and this is where we get to add the funfetti sprinkles. And then just by hand, just fold those through. Take our pudding basin, which we've greased with a little bit of butter, and then lined the base with parchment. And then we've just coated it with a little bit of flour, and that just means it'll come out of the mould really easily. Scrape this colourful batter into our pudding basin. So that's ready for the oven. It needs to go in at 180 degrees or 160 on fan for about an hour until it's golden brown and a skewer inserted into the middle comes out clean. After 10 minutes, we can turn the cake out and let it cool completely. To make the buttercream, take a small amount of unsalted butter along with a little bit of vanilla bean paste with some icing sugar. And then on slow speed, just mix that together until it's combined. And then once it's nice and smooth, you can whack the mixer up to high speed until it's really light and fluffy. We can get on to assembling our cake. Make an indent around the cake. And once you have gone all the way around, just cut through 3 times. So once we've got our 4 cake layers, just going to take our middle 2 and cut a hole in the middle, and that's where our surprise of colourful sweets is going to hide. And then what we can do is reassemble the cake using our buttercream as our glue. Place that on top, and then repeat again, and just press it down, and repeat. So before we put our lid on the cake, we need to fill our hole full of our delicious, colourful sweets. And then take your final cake layer, and just gently press on top. So we're going to take some double cream and add that to a pan, a little bit of mixed spice, cinnamon, along with a little bit of light brown sugar, and then just place that over a medium heat. And once that's at a boil, you can pour that over the chocolate and the butter and just leave it for a couple of minutes before stirring together to create a silky smooth ganache. So once that ganache is thickened and cooled, use a spatula and just spread it down the sides of the cake. Pop it in the fridge until it's nice and firm. Take some white chocolate and break that up into our bowl, a little bit of double cream, and let that melt until it's nice and smooth and combined. And then once our glaze is cooled for just a minute or 2, you can then pour it on top of our cake. Use a spatula just to tease it so that it drips down the edge. And then take our Christmas decorations and then just place on top. So that's my Merry Birthday Pudding, a Christmas pudding that's hiding a surprise birthday cake inside. Perfect for those whose birthdays fall around Christmas. Don't forget to visit us on Facebook, download the recipe and tag your friends. Merry birthday.